Okay guys, so here we are. I'm back with another exciting part of Kingdom Come Deliverance. I've kind of started calling it Deliverance because Kingdom Come Deliverance is a mouthful. So the first one actually done relatively well. I was not expecting it to do as good as it did. So here we are. Part 2. It has at least earned a part 2. My quest, I have to go get nails from Teresa. Hey Mom.
Is everything all right, son?
No.
God be with you.
I gotta remember the controls. There's those sheeps again. Get up and run, you fat bastards. I love you. So I don't get to forge the sword, but I have to go inside and get nails out of a box? Why couldn't the forging the sword be playable and then getting the nails from the house be a cutscene? Okay, so carrots. I actually need to check on my person because I have not been checking on my stats. My nourishment's okay. Now, if I were nails, where would I be? In this? I have to lockpick it? Is this where we store our family's wealth? I want the family wealth. Nah, I don't need that stuff. I think I've still actually got a shit ton of food that I stole. Aha! There you are, you little bastard. Nails for Teresa. Take. They have a savior schnapps. Schnapps. I don't know how you say that word. Take. Give me. Take. Take my family's valuables.
Henry.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
There's a dance. I'm gonna do the Cotton Eye
Maybe
Joe.
we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
It's my sword. Plot twist, it's a gift from Dad. Pervert. You have a girlfriend.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though.
Damn, I don't get to keep the sword.
Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
Ah, you suck.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work. Very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right.
I don't like the one
It's a
with the
very
little
long
fancy
and
head wrap.
peculiar story.
He looks like a pompous prick.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave.
I bet he's a prick. He looks
Here
like a
you are.
prick.
Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
What the hell is that
Sure, I'll
horse
pass the
wearing?
toss again.
Oh, I only seen a striped horse. He's wearing some kind of fancy thing. Thought they painted the
Once
horse.
it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Istvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it, like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them.
Meet.
I want to
Let's keep
beat
going on
people.
about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
King's been killed. Uh-oh. Not good. Pillagers! Oh my god, that's an army. Oh, look at Mr. Clean over there. He looks more like Walter White. Shit, we're gonna die. I gotta go set the sheep free. They're what's important. Yeah, this does not look good. No. No. So much for a nice and happy tutorial. The shit hit the fan real quick, didn't it?
Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk.
Well, I already grabbed a bunch of shit from the
Hold on,
house.
What about you?
What about you? Dad's gonna go fight some people and I get the sword. This is awesome. I do get the sword.
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No.
No, Mom's in the
Do
house. I
what
just
say
seen her.
Right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
It's my sword. I ain't giving it to nobody. People are dying. There was nothing in there. I already took it all. I bet our mom dies. We gotta have a tragic beginning story. My chickens!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside quick! We have to shut the
Keep
gates!
running, people!
Mom!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah,
Get through the gates!
Mr. Clean's coming to fuck you up. I bet he polishes his head. Tragic backstory. And now we have a vendetta against Mr. Clean. Chrome Dome over there. Oh man, they didn't have to kill her. She wasn't doing nothing. Mr. Clean. Mortal enemies now.
Hurry, Henry! There's nothing you can do! Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Thanks, guys. Ah, he didn't get his sword. He's like, God damn it. That's exactly what he's thinking. You got Sir Radzig Kobyla's sword. I knew it was my sword. I doubted it at times, but I knew it was my sword. By the way, on an unrelated note, I did get that stupid shopping tab to go away. I just had to close my game and exit the app and restart the app. I didn't have to actually play it all over again like I thought I was going to have to do. So now we're going to run like... Where's the path go? We're going to run like hell. Come on, now is not the time to be running out of energy. Can I just, like, do this? Do I have to follow the path?
Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
But maybe I can ride this horse without crashing. This is weird. How much stamina do you have, horse? Great.
Magnoglass.
Yeah! Yeah!
Save me, random people! I don't know which way I'm going. Wow, I'm not trying to be weird, but like this countryside, this scene, it looks like a place I've been to, like in my backyard, like...
Damn it, not this way! Where the hell have I gone now?
Shit!
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
Well, it would have been nice to know earlier if he had told me that.
Run for it!
Are you an enemy? No, you're not an enemy. Shit! I didn't mean to run into him. Wow, the scenery here, the mountains and stuff, this literally looks like Kentucky. Like, I am getting some, like, major, like, I don't know what you call it, nostalgia.
Run for it!
I think my horse is out of energy. Alright, horse, let's go.
Flee! Run for it!
It's too bad I can't look behind me. Ride to Tallenberg.
Oh my God! Wait! Jesus Christ!
Help! Scarlet has been attacked! Do something! Help!
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hanyo! Uzungine! They're turning tail! Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Woohoo! Safety!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
Guess my girlfriend's dead.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Ouch. And we passed out because we're a huge wimp.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Sorry about that. It's work trying to get me to come in early, so I'm trying to work that out. So hopefully I'll still be able to finish up this video. You're a baker? Said.
You've done
Oh,
well,
maybe
lad.
he's not a baker. It just
I'm
says
sorry
baker
for your
discovered.
loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Something
I heard about your father.
to eat.
I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great...
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
I mean, people sleep in their boots? I never sleep in my boots unless I fall asleep in my shoes. Eat. Lentil mash. Mine.
Must eat.
Food, magical food, glorious food, wonderful food. Now, I get to sleep in the courtyard. Is this room? I'm assuming it's this building, because it's already got a bed in it. And it was actually already labeled as my bed. Sit on it and hit A to set how long you want to sleep. Okay. 1 hour. Nourishment. You can't sleep any longer now. Sure. Well, that's pretty. I like how that does its own little thing, its own animation. I wish I could skip it. That's a little slow.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy.
She brought me more food? I love food.
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
She's trying to get me all liquored up.
It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world. Although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzik himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently.
Telling a story,
They were
are we?
waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged
Mr.
at him.
Clean.
He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Wasn't really that concealed. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep clicking on that one. It seems to be working.
Of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzik's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Actually, I died
Like a
several
valiant
times.
knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
I kind of thought that's what those knights were gonna do,
It's
but I wasn't
terrible.
sure.
How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either.
I think she's hitting on him.
So in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older
Yes.
than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Harville punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own.
She's totally hitting on him. She's married to an old
I'll
man.
go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night.
I could totally woo her if I wanted to.
Good night, my lady.
I could convince her to leave her husband. Marry me. A peasant. He didn't take his shoes off. Nightmares. Ain't those great?
Move it, people! Come on! Come on! Running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back! Henry, help us!
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
That's totally not what happened, dude, but...
Wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Something to eat.
I already ate, didn't I? Nourishment's 1. I did not eat. Whoops. Yum. Ate a bunch of shit. Take the torch from the table. If you need to light your torch, you may use your torch by holding... Okay. Well, it's raining. This isn't gonna work. Sorry, there's a bunch of ambulances and stuff driving by. I don't live very far from downtown. So that's where all the fire trucks and stuff are. I'm in a private area. This is the way I was supposed to go! I was supposed to go this way, but it's still raining and wet. You learned women in the Middle Ages. Oh, I already went this way once by accident.
The best thing is to join forces.
If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my command, all will end well.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for attack.
Hey.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Unless he's not doing it.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivis sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies say?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Halt! Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robber?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all
He wants
right.
his sword back.
Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left the storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses.
Plot twist. Sir Radzig's the bad guy.
Chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
How
Don't even
noble.
think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Ratai now!
If I catch anyone boozing, playing dice, or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body.
Alright, I'm
I
off
want
to
you
do
keep
that.
a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people, now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
No. Alright, I'm gonna save my game. Still not quite figured out other ways to save, but I'm gonna end the video there because it's been about an hour. Most of this was cutscene stuff, so a lot of this I can't really cut out. I'm so sorry. Most of this video, like 95% of it, was cutscenes. So I'm waiting. Hopefully I can get through some more of these cutscenes, introductions, tutorials, and stuff. Because technically I've played about 2 hours. And I'm still doing cutscenes and tutorials. I can't wait to get into the gameplay. I'm going to keep going, though. I'm going to keep trying to get into the gameplay. You know. That's probably one of my complaints, is just it's very cutscene heavy. So, still a good game, though. It's still fun. It's a lot of story. So, thanks for watching. And I will see you in the next video.